If you're over 50, do you know what's really on your plate? Many seniors eat fish thinking it's the healthiest choice. But did you know some types can actually trigger a stroke overnight? That's right. What you eat for dinner might quietly influence your risk by the very next morning. Stick around as a board-certified doctor reveals common fish you must avoid and vital elder care health tips that could protect you or someone you love. If you care about your health, hit the like button, share this with your friends over 50, and subscribe for vital updates that could save lives. For decades, fish has been celebrated as a superfood, especially for older adults. Doctors, nutritionists, and health organizations all recommend adding fish to your diet thanks to its high omega-3 fatty acid content, lean protein, and heart-friendly nutrients. Many believe it helps prevent heart disease, supports brain health, and even lowers inflammation. But recent studies warn, not all fish offer the same benefits. And for those over 50, some popular varieties might do more harm than good. Dr. Linda Frazier, a cardiologist specializing in stroke prevention, sees this mistake daily in her clinic. People trust fish is always good for them, but certain types hold hidden dangers, especially if you have high blood pressure or heart disease risk. The stroke story no one talks about. What happened to Mr. Hollis? Consider the story of 67-year-old Alvin Hollis, a retiree from Boca Raton, Florida. A former accountant, Alvin prided himself on eating healthy. Whenever his wife grilled salmon or tuna, he'd remind their grandkids, "Grandpa's food keeps his heart strong." On a humid Wednesday evening, Alvin fixed a hearty tuna sandwich. It was canned albacore, packed in brine, with generous spoonfuls of mayonnaise and sliced pickles. Alvin had developed a taste for tuna after seeing TV commercials and reading online that it reduced stroke risk. That night, Alvin went to bed feeling fine. By morning, however, he was dizzy, unable to stand, and slurring his words. His wife dialed 911. He was rushed to the ER. The diagnosis: an acute ischemic stroke. What puzzled the doctors was that Alvin had a history of generally good health, except for slightly elevated blood pressure and cholesterol. During recovery, Dr. Frazier dug into Alvin's diet and found an overlooked culprit: high mercury, high sodium canned fish. Laboratory tests revealed elevated mercury levels. Combined with sodium spikes, this had damaged fragile blood vessels, causing unstable blood pressure overnight and triggering the stroke. Why some fish raise stroke risk for seniors? 600 to 1,100 words. Mercury occurs naturally in the environment, but has accumulated in oceans and rivers, contaminating many large fish. For younger adults, the body can manage small amount of mercury, but as we age, our bodies filter toxins less efficiently. Mercury builds up over time, damaging the lining of blood vessels, raising blood pressure, and hurting the brain's delicate networks. Dr. Frazier explains, high mercury fish penetrate artery walls, making them stiffer and increasing plaque buildup. This can block blood flow to the brain, leading to stroke. Fish highest in mercury: king mackerel, shark, swordfish, tilefish from the Gulf of Mexico, big eye, and albacore tuna. These types should be strictly limited, especially for those above age 50 or with cardiovascular risks. Sodium, the silent stroke trigger. A second danger hiding in popular fish choices is sodium. Many canned and smoked fish, including common varieties like tuna, sardines, and salmon, can contain substantial amounts of added salt. For seniors, even mild elevations in dietary sodium can raise blood pressure, the single largest modifiable stroke risk factor. Most canned tuna, especially those packed in brine or oil, contain 300 to 500 milligrams of sodium per serving, up to a quarter of your daily limit in just one small can. Pair this with salty condiments, and you have a recipe for overnight blood pressure spikes that can trigger strokes. The mayonnaise and white bread trap. Certain fish-based meals favored by the elderly, like tuna salad sandwiches, add more risks. Mayonnaise, pickles, and processed bread all pack in sodium and unhealthy fats. This combination increases artery inflammation, boosts bad cholesterol, and raises stroke risk. Fatty fish are often contaminated by persistent organic pollutants, industrial chemicals that linger in animal tissues. These molecules, including PCBs and dioxins, have been linked to cardiovascular disease and may undo many of the heart-healthy benefits normally associated with fish. Age makes everything riskier. After 50, natural changes occur in blood vessel elasticity and the body's ability to neutralize toxins. Seniors also often manage multiple health conditions, hypertension, diabetes, high cholesterol, which amplify the negative effects of mercury, sodium, and hidden toxins in certain fish. Dr. Fraser shares several warning signs seen in her older patients. Sudden dizziness or headaches after eating fish dinners. Sharp spikes in blood pressure readings the morning after tuna or smoked salmon meals. Tingling or numbness in limbs. Memory lapses. If you notice any of these immediately after eating certain fish, consult your doctor. Just because you feel fine tonight doesn't mean your arteries are safe, stresses Dr. Fraser. Mercury and sodium build up silently over weeks until one meal finally tips the balance. Safer fish choices and healthier cooking methods. Best fish for seniors. Salmon, wild-caught, not farmed. Sardines in water, low sodium packing. Mackerel, North Atlantic or Pacific, not king mackerel. Herring, trout. These cold water fish are rich in omega-3s but lower in mercury and sodium, making them much safer for seniors. Cooking tips. Grill, bake, or steam instead of frying. Rinse canned fish before using to reduce sodium content. Avoid using excessive salt, pickles, or high-sodium spreads. Pair fish with potassium-rich foods like spinach, avocados, or sweet potatoes to counteract sodium's effects. For store-bought fish, always check for labels that specify low mercury or no added sodium. When 72-year-old Patricia Evans suffered a minor stroke, she was shocked to learn that her favorite healthy meal, tuna salad on white bread, 3 times a week, was making her more vulnerable. She switched to wild salmon baked with herbs, swapped white bread for whole grain, and started rinsing canned sardines before tossing with fresh greens. Her blood pressure improved within a month, her energy levels rose, and at her next checkup, her stroke risk had dropped by half. Understanding what was really in my food probably saved my life, Mrs. Evans says. Recent research supports these stories. A 2025 review in the New England Journal of Medicine found that seniors with high mercury levels, primarily from large predatory fish, had a 60% greater risk of cardiovascular events, including stroke. Another study from the American Heart Association highlights that while fish lowers risk overall, excessive intake of high mercury, high sodium varieties reverses the benefit for those over 50. Conversely, moderate seafood consumption was associated with lower Alzheimer's pathology, but only in those whose mercury levels remained low. Practical elder care health tips. 1. Eat a variety of low mercury fish. Do not eat the same type every day. Diversify and protect against toxin buildup. 2. Limit canned and smoked fish. Opt for fresh or frozen, and check nutritional labels for sodium. 3. Rinse canned fish. Draining and rinsing can cut sodium by up to 40%. 4. Pair fish with heart-protective foods. Add leafy greens, beans, berries, and nuts for additional stroke prevention. 5. Hydrate. Seniors process toxins more slowly. Adequate hydration helps kidneys filter mercury and excess sodium. 6. See your doctor. If you have high blood pressure or a history of cardiovascular disease, ask for a mercury screening and review your dietary risks. 7. Alternate protein sources. Incorporate more beans, legumes, and lean poultry to add variety. 8. Watch your servings. 2 servings per week is typically enough for optimal benefit. Avoid daily consumption of any single fish. Thousands of older adults believe their favorite fish meal is keeping them healthy. But if you're eating the wrong kind, you could be raising your stroke risk overnight. Don't let old habits stand in the way of new knowledge. Share this video with every friend or family member over 50. The life you save could be your own. Hit subscribe for more doctor-approved health tips every week. Have you had a scare or surprise with a healthy food? Comment below. Your story can help others. Take charge of your plate and take control of your health. Starting tonight.